What's going on, everybody? This is Brawl John with an episode of How to Play the 3 Legendary Beasts, and today we're going to be taking a look at a team. What happened, dude? Oh, you made me sausage? Oh. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good sausage right there. Alright. Yeah. Alright, well, as I was saying, today we are going to be playing the 3 Legendary Beasts on one team. What my channel likes to do is highlight either a specific Pokemon or a specific archetype, and kind of make a VGC video on how to play that archetype. Now, Entei, Raikou, and Suicune have seen varying levels of competitive play over the years. Some more successful than others. Entei and Suicune are relatively common in the format, with Raikou being an absolute non-factor this format because of JELY. So when building this team, the first thing I wanted to decide is how can I make Raikou effective, and how can I make Raikou a strong lead into JELY teams or into certain teams. And what I've noticed in team building is there were 2 restricteds that we were having a big issue with, which are mainly Kyogre and Ghost Rider Shadow. And so for me, the ability to catch the opponent off guard when you're using off-meta Pokemon is really powerful, right? So what we decided to do is kind of center our team with support Entei and support Suicune around 4 different Dynamax options. I want my opponent to feel like he doesn't know who's getting maxed, and also it's not immediately clear who my support Pokemon are in this composition. So the heart and soul of the team, to be perfectly honest, is Entei. Entei is the lead almost every single time we play this team, and it has a very interesting set. So Entei's inner focus. The reason why this is important is because he cannot be basically faked out. Which is really important because people love to lead Incin, Rilla, and what you'll find if you ever test this team is that people will never lead Incin against you because Entei can't be intimidated and he can't be flinched. Really, really powerful as a lead. We gave him Choice Scarf, Max Speed, Timid. The reason for this is we have Bulldoze. Now, you'll notice something about all 4 of my Dynamaxable Pokemon. You'll notice Palkia has Telepathy, Ho-Oh is a Flying type, Lando is a Flying type, and Raikou has Air Balloon. So the main mode of speed control is to lead Entei with one of my Dynamax options, and to use Bulldoze to drop my opponents to -1, and then take advantage with an instant kill. This is really good for killing Pokemon with Sash, namely Shadow Rider Calyrex. So Entei Raikou is one of my more common leads, and Raikou is basically max special attack, max speed, air balloon, protect, shadow ball, scald, thunder. The shadow ball is specifically for Shadow Rider. It could be pretty decent into Lunala as well, some other options, but it's really meant for Shadow Rider. Bulldoze into Max Phantasm will kill Shadow Rider before he can even move, which is really great because sometimes people, especially on ladder, love to lead the Ghost Horse. Palkia is here for weather. Palkia is amazing in terrain, absolutely amazing in terrain. And he's also pretty viable into Sun as well, depending on how you can use weather control. But yeah, Palkia is really, really great. He's one of my more common Dynamaxes. I'm usually Dynamaxing Palkia if possible. Our second restricted is Ho-Oh. Our Ho-Oh is a good mix of offense and defense. He's pretty bulky. He's got the regenerators. He's got the leftovers. One thing I love to do with the Ho-Oh is switch him in when I don't think he's going to get targeted, have him absorb a max attack with Protect, and then switch him back out for the regenerator. Ho-Oh is absolutely amazing at stalling out Dynamaxes, and also he has a great matchup into Zacian, where my Palkia does not. This team has 3 answers to Zacian. We all know Zacian's the strongest Pokemon in the format. So Entei, Sacred Fire into Zacian, max damage, really great. Ho-Oh, Sacred Fire into Zacian, amazing. And then Lando, Intimidate, and Earthquake into Zacian. And then Suicune's role is to basically be a support mon either in the back and or if I'm leaving Entei home, if the opponents have a really good answer into Entei. The Suicune has great Snarl control. I like to bring him in, set up the Tailwind, and then just spam Snarl. It's really good. He can't be flinched as well, same as Entei, same theory. Citrus Berry to keep him up and running. Really solid Pokemon. You'll notice the Mirror Coat. It's a very spicy tech that comes up in some situations. The most common situation is Thunder from Kyogre. Kyogres really want to Thunder Suicune. It's like their favorite thing to do. So you absorb a Thunder with Suicune, he lives, and he attacks back with a Mirror Coat. And in some situations, you can actually one-shot a Kyogre who's not expecting it. I think that's pretty much it with the team. I mean, you guys get the general idea. Stone Edge on Entei is for Charizard leads. Solar Beam is actually a spicy tech for Gastrodon. Just in case my opponents lead Gastro versus Palkia, I can actually Dynamax the Entei and max Overgrowth the Gastrodon for a one-hit kill. It's a very obscure play, but it's there, and I'm Choice Scarf, so you might as well cover for like all of these little plays that you wouldn't really expect. But once again, this team is centered around the 3 legendary beasts. We lead Entei, we support Suicune, and we sweep Raikou. That's the general idea. I have some games for you guys to watch. We played 3 games. I hope you guys enjoy. We played 3 very different teams, which is awesome. But yeah, if you guys want to be a part of the team building process for our next video, go ahead and follow me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/BrawlLikeJohn. And if you guys want to give me a Pokemon that you recommend for the next video, just go ahead and drop that in the comments for me. So like, subscribe, comment, and enjoy. And most of all, eat. Alright, first game of the day, and what is this team? Okay, so, I mean, the team looks like some hyper offense. I'm scared of quite a few things, actually. So it's important to note that they do have a fake out user with the Rillaboom here. Rillaboom, Cinderace, Inteleon, Volcarona, Galarian, Slowking, and Zacian here. Alright, so I'm 100% leading Entei. The question is, who do we want to Dynamax alongside the Entei? I want to say Raikou looks really interesting here. Ho-Oh looks pretty good as well. Lando also looks good. The thing about Lando is Inteleon being the lead. I know Ho-Oh is also weak to that, but I almost want to lead Palkia. Palkia just has like a pretty great matchup into all of this. I'm just wondering if the speed control is worth it or not. And if Palkia is going to outspeed some of these Pokemon at -1. I think we're going to go for it. We're going to bring Ho-Oh in the back. And I'm down to bring Lando in the back as well. And I think this should be okay for us. The only thing that we're really afraid of here is just a hard Zacian lead into my Palkia. Because depending on the EV spread of that Zacian, we're not 100% sure that we're gonna outspeed after one Bulldoze. Alright, in this case, I would argue this lead is actually pretty amazing for me. I think it's pretty safe for me to just go ahead and just start launching some Bulldozes. Who are we more afraid of here, the Cinderace or the Volcarona? I would imagine that the Cinderace has a chance of maxing here. He's gonna change his typing. He has a chance to Airstream, right? We're gonna go for Geyser into the Cinderace slot here. Alright, so they are committing the Dynamax here. I would like to see the Dynamax committed to the Cinderace slot. because we have a decent chance here to just knock it out. Okay. And I would imagine the Volcarona is going for a Quiver Dance here, which Bulldoze helps mitigate some of those issues. The Max Cinderace is great for us here. I assume he wants to change to a Flying type. The theory here is we should outspeed and hopefully also outspeed with the Palkia as well. Let's see how the turn shakes out here. So Bulldoze is coming in. Palkia is going to be unaffected. Alright, Bulldoze makes its way to both opponents, dropping their speed. Now Palkia should go next here. He does not go next, okay. So Cinderace at -1 still outspeeds. That was a little bit of my concern with even using Palkia here. We're not in a horrible spot, don't get me wrong, but it's not ideal. Volcarona does indeed go for Quiver Dance here. Alright, Geyser into Cinderace. Cinderace is a flying type. It still kills. The turn didn't go horribly, all things considered. It's just a little bit concerning that the Volcarona is now set up pretty well here. Bringing in Zacian is probably their best play here. I wonder if I live a play rough. They're bringing in Inteleon. Interesting. I think my options stay the same here. I think we're just gonna go for another Bulldoze here. And I wonder if Max Quake into Volcarona picks up the kill here. I actually really want to get rid of that Inteleon, actually. Given the Pokemon I have in the back. But then it can switch that out into Zacian. I'm willing to take that risk. Alright, so Bulldoze is going to drop the speed, bring Volcarona down to half. That's pretty valuable here. Inteleon is probably still faster. He's most likely going to kill Entei here. Yeah, that's just a one-hit KO. Volcarona goes for Bug Buzz into Palkia. We take the move pretty well here, and we max Wormwind. So now this should force out their Zacian. I would argue we're in a pretty decent spot here, having Ho-Oh and Landorus in the back. We're gonna go Lando to start. And if it is indeed Zacian, Zacian can likely kill one of my team members. It's Rillaboom. Very interesting. Okay, so they have Fake Out pressure into my Lando. The question is, do I mind that? I don't think I horribly mind if he goes for Fake Out, to be honest with you guys. Trying to decide what's the better play here. Probably Rock Slide is just consistent here. Alright, Rock Slide and Max Hailstorm to go ahead and kill the Rillaboom. Can this backfire? No, I don't think so. I think this is fine. Okay, Glide into Palkia. I should live a Bug Buzz here. Alright, Rock Slide actually comes out here. It's gonna kill the Volcarona. Okay, that should wrap up the game for us in our favor. The Palkia Dynamax is pretty strong here. I'm glad that I let it. We still got outsped on turn 1, but as you can see, just the consistent Bulldoze support next to any combination of Lando, Palkia, Raikou, and Ho-Oh is just very, very good. And the fact that Entei can't get faked out just makes him like a sensational lead for this team. So that was a good matchup for us. Let's move on to the next. Alrighty, so game number 2, and we are up into Hyper Offense Rain Team with Zacian, Kyogre, Alecki, Rilla. Alrighty, there's a lot of things that can go bad versus a team like this. I mean, we have Palkia, which is pretty solid here. I wonder if I have a lead that covers for both. If I lead Entei Palkia, that covers for leading Ogre, and it covers a little bit for leading Alecki. Ho-Oh in the back, Lando in the back. I think that covers for most of their options. It's like if they lead Alecki, I have the Lando switch in if needed. If they lead Ogre, we stay in with Palkia, go into some Bulldoze shenanigans. If they lead Zacian, then we have the option of Sacred Fire and or Bulldoze, switch into Ho-Oh. And none of their fake out users can really affect that. I think this is overall good. It's a little bit weird not bringing my Raikou, and I might regret that. I'm wondering if Raikou lead, because the thing about Raikou lead is it's like very neutral in Zacian, but I guess it's actually okay. Wow, they just go straight up with Alecki and Kyogre. Okay. So they're probably looking to go for some electric web speed control into Water Spout here. What they don't know is that my Entei is probably going first here, right? So, I mean, some Bulldoze into Quake on Alecki seems like it'd be really good here. I'm trying to remember their switch-ins to Quake. I don't think they necessarily have many. Entei dies here. That's the only issue. We would be trading Entei for Alecki. And -1 speed on the Kyogre. I don't know if that's worth, actually. We're gonna go for it. So the Alecki stays in. We're trading Alecki and some chip damage for Entei and some chip damage. If they Dynamax Alecki, that would be ideal. But I don't think they will. Let's see. This is Web. Wow, he's actually still faster than Entei, even with Scarf Timid. It's interesting. I didn't think that's how it went. So Entei goes down. The question becomes, do they have Zacian? Who are they gonna bring in here? I feel like we want to bring in the Lando here, because I think this is Zacian. Alright, so I want to protect here on the Lando. and Quake into this Zacian. This is an interesting game here. They are stalling my Dynamax in a way, and they still have this Ogre with great offensive pressure here. They're Dynamaxing their Ogre. I feel like that's pretty good for me, actually, in a vacuum. I wonder if he's going for Hailstorms or Thunders into Palkia here. I mean, if they're hitting into Protect Lando, that's also relatively solid. Alright, so with the -1, we do live that. Almost kills right through Protect. The Hail's actually gonna kill Zacian here. That's pretty big for us. Yeah, that's actually a huge turn for us, all things considered. This is still very close. Who's their last Mon? I think I mostly don't want to see Rilla here. And it's Rilla. I mean, Rilla dies to the Ho-Oh, but like... Alright, the question becomes what to do here. I kinda wanna... I kinda wanna fly into the Rilla, maybe? Alright, we're gonna fly into you, and we are going to... I guess we'll just Hailstorm the Rilla. I might be dead to Glide here. This is a very interesting game. Alright, Lando's just dead to Glide here. How does Kyogre out... Were we speed tied that whole time? Interesting. Alright, this is interesting. Because who do you go for here? I'd imagine my Ho-Oh is faster. I think I just want to double into this thing, because I think it's going to ignore Ho-Oh. Isn't Protect a bit obvious here? And then if I Protect and they kill Palkia, I get literally 0 value out of the turn. So I think we're just gonna go for it here. It's a very tough call, but I feel like playing the Protect game won't necessarily help too much. Brave Bird's a good amount of damage. Let's see who he kills. Okay, Geyser into Ho-Oh most likely. Alright, so then now my Palkia just needs to live one Kyogre move out of max and hit a Spatial Rend and we win. I feel like my Palkia has a decent chance of doing that, to be honest. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if crit matters, but... only because next turn he won't be maxed. This is close. This is very close. My opponent played well. I almost think my opponent wins if they max their Rillaboom. I mean, they might still win, don't get me wrong. Couple things can happen here. I can get crit and lose. I can miss and lose. But I don't want to risk Earth Power not being enough damage. I feel like on average I have about like a 80% chance of winning right now. That should be fine. I'm pretty sure we eat it. Yeah. Don't miss. Nice. Good job, buddy. Yeah, this is why the max quakes on the Palkia were so important. Like once a Palkia gets to +2 against a rain team, it's really tough for Kyogre to do anything. That's why I was so willing to trade Alecki for Entei, because it just benefited me so much there. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game. Alright, and we are out into game number 3 here. We are looking at Solgaleo and Zacian as a restricted duo with Indeedee, Mimikyu, Garchomp. Interesting. So Ho-Oh is great into Solgaleo and Zacian, but that Garchomp in the back with a rock move scares me a bit. Palkia is like decent here. The only thing with Palkia is I would be afraid of Zacian as a lead. So we can connect Palkia with the Entei, Ho-Oh in the back. Now the question becomes, who else do we want here? Do we want the Lando for Intimidate here? Intimidate doesn't really help versus the Solgaleo, but it's still pretty solid into everything else versus Suicune Raikou. I think it's Lando here. The scariest lead, actually, for my opponent would be Indeedee with Zacian. It would hard counter my lead, like a lot. Yeah, that's really scary, right? Because then we're looking at the possibility of one play rough just eviscerating my Palkia, even Dynamaxed. At which point... Alright, let's see what we have. So it's Lapras and Garchomp. Good on my opponent to identify the fact that my team's a little bit weak to that Garchomp there. Here's the thing, my opponent has to choose between Gigantamaxing the Garchomp or the Lapras, right? And... well, I really just want to blast off some Sacred Fires here, if I'm being totally honest. It's not very effective, though. Is Bulldoze just the play here? Some speed control. The thing is, Garchomp is probably still going to outspeed even at -1. I'm actually down to go for Sacred Fire here and Max Hailstorm. The reason behind this is Sacred Fire has a 15% chance for a really big burn here to mitigate some damage onto my Palkia. And I don't think Palkia outspeeds even after a Bulldoze there. Garchomp's a very fast Pokemon, especially if they have invested in its speed. Alright, Sacred Fire out into the Garchomp's not going to do a lot of damage. Let's see if I get the burn. I don't. Okay. Oh, he parried me. Oh my, Freeze Dry, that's a lot of damage in it. Alright, so I mean, that was very unexpected. I guess maybe Bulldoze could have been a possible avenue there. Paralyzed on my Palkia. I mean, that's pretty bad, huh? Who do they have in the back here? Solgaleo and Zacian? I mean, I don't know, that's pretty bad, but I'm pretty content to just keep blasting Sacred Fire into the right slot here. I mean, there's a pretty decent chance this is a weakness policy, but I mean, with the burn, we're kind of just mitigating a lot of that. And then Max Quake also into the Solgaleo slot, just to raise my special defense here. Freeze Dry is a great tech from the Lapras here. It's actually a really good answer to Palkia, and taking that much damage is very scary for me. Oh, they are maxing the Lapras. Interesting. Are they gonna max Geyser or Entei here? That'd be a decent play. Oh, they max guard the Lapras. Alright, I'm not sure what they saw with the Lapras here. A burn would be lovely, please. Nice. Alright, we didn't get the burn last turn, so I love hitting my 50-50s. Because the thing is this is weakness policy, so even base Solgaleo would have done a lot of damage to whoever he's hitting right now. Alright, he's hitting both with Earthquake. Entei, you got me, buddy? Entei got me, buddy. Alright, Palkia, you got me? Palkia got me. Okay, good job, guys. Alright, so now here becomes the question. My opponent has Zacian, I assume. Are they going to protect? And if they do protect Zacian, I guess it doesn't matter because Ho-Oh can come in and apply the same Sacred Fire and Pressure. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think my opponent's going for protect Zacian into Geyser on... So we're gonna Sacred Fire the Zacian. Do I want to go for a third Max Quake here? Would it really help, or is Max Wormwind more effective here? Max Wormwind the Lapras. Lower the Zacian's output. Yeah, I'm okay with Max Wormwind into Lapras here. Okay, so Sacred Fire goes unprotected into Zacian. Please burn. Come on, you got me? You got me. Wow, Entei has been absolutely massive here. Alright, Play Rough's gonna kill. Oh my god, Palkia with the burn survives. Max laning into whom? Ooh, Palkia, you got me, buddy? One more non-para. If anybody got me, let's go. I sound like Wolfie right now. I can't help it. These two are just popping off. Holy sheesh. Man, Entei popped off this game so hard. Like, undeniably hard. So did Palkia. We avoid the para all 3 turns. My RNG has been a little good this game. I did miss one of my Sacred Fires. Like, I'm only 2 out of 3 in terms of the burn. So it's not like the god RNG roll, but it's pretty good RNG roll, for being honest. Alright, so we bring in the Lando here. Here's the only bad thing. My Pokemon are incredibly weak to this Lapras. If we just bring in the Lando. Alright, I think the play here is to protect the Lando and go for Spatial Rend into... I guess we can Earth Power the Zacian slot. Nah. Spatial Rend the Lapras slot. The thing here is Play Rough has a chance to miss, which is what I'm playing towards. A little bit of a cheeky win con here. Alright, he goes for Quick Attack. I mean, well played. G-Max Resonance. God, that does so much. We might actually still lose this game. bring in the Ho-Oh. This is gonna be a close one, I'll tell you. Yeah, Protect on Ho-Oh seems good here, because if they mess up their targeting, I keep both Mons, and even if they don't, the burn's gonna kill the Zacian. Lapras goes for Protect. Okay. Nice, the Protect was amazeballs. Really good for us. Even if Rock Slide misses, it doesn't necessarily matter here. I wonder what's more damage here, Rock Slide or Earthquake? I think we go Rock Slide for the chance of flinch here. The other question becomes, do we go for Sacred Fire here? Sacred Fire is 95% chance to hit. But I feel like Brave Bird is just the play here. Oh, Ice Shard. Yeah, that'll do it. Wow, this Lapras is set, though. Very interesting set. How much does this do? Does that kill? I just have to stall out the turns of Resonance, right? 2 more turns of Aurora Veil. I think they're gonna Protect. Whatever. There's no real benefit, I think, to recover here. Alright, come on, Ho. Let's see what you got, buddy. Oh, nice. GG's. What a crazy game that was. Like, we took out their whole team, and then we realized, wait a minute. This Lapras is really strong versus what I have in the back. Oh man, bringing the Lando almost cost us. I will say though, I think we played extremely well. The burn on Zacian was really fortunate. It's a 50-50. Without that burn, we lose, I believe. But that's VGC. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it goes the other way. That Fling Paralysis Berry from the Garchomp was astounding to me. I've never seen that before. But yeah, Entei, huge clutch. I mean, my dude is going crazy. Entei went nuts, like, absolutely amazing. So that will probably wrap it up for this episode. Once again, this has been how to play the legendary beasts Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. Hopefully, if these 3 Pokemon have any fans out there and you guys have been looking to play the 3 of them together, this video helps you out. We were able to bring Entei, Raikou, and Suicune to our games today. And if you want to provide me with rental teams or even just hang out and watch me play live, you can go ahead and follow me over on twitch.tv/BrawlicJohn, twitch.tv/BrawlicJohn. But other than that, drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment. Let me know in the comments below which Pokemon you want me to feature in next week's episode of How to Play. But for now, guys, thank you for hanging out. As always, have a good one. And yeah, stay brawling.